childhood, his influence, his adulthood, the Irwin family, the Irwin children, Steve Irwin's discovery, his other achievement, his most important contributions, crocodiles, his TV series, his other television work, how his explorations changed the way we view the world, how we can view the world, and Steve Irwin's passing, conclusion in my bibliography. Steve Irwin was born February 22nd, 1962, in Fern Tree Gully, Victoria. He grew up loving reptiles in the wildlife. He would often get home because he would take lizards or any type of reptile off the road because he didn't want cars smashing them. And he caught his first poisonous snake at the age of 6, and it was called the common brown snake. His influence. In 1970, his family moved to Beerwah, Queensland, which is in Australia. His dad was the one who influenced him to become a wildlife expert. When they moved, they founded the fauna park, which is now called the Australia Zoo. And when he was 9 years old, he helped his dad catch small, 5 feet big crocodiles. His adulthood. People said that Steve Irwin had a sixth sense for wildlife. He spent his whole life discovering that skill. In the 1980s, he spent his time catching big 20-feet crocodiles with his wife, Terry. His adulthood. In 1991, his adulthood. In 1991, he met Terry Raines and immediately fell for her, as Terry Raines immediately fell for him. On June 4th, 1992, they got married. Instead of doing a honeymoon, they did a reptile documentary with John Stanton about crocodiles. In July 2006, he planned a 10-year business plan for a zoo, not knowing that he would pass away 2 months later. The Irwin family. Steve Irwin and Terry Irwin have 2 children, Bindi Sue and Robert Clarence, named after Steve's father. Next. This is actually a picture a long time ago, and then this is a picture more recently. Here's Bindi Sue Irwin. Here's Robert Clarence Irwin. Steve Irwin's discovery. Steve Irwin did not only find ways to help animals, he found new animals in the wildlife. His probably most famous discovery was the Elsea irwini. It was a turtle he caught when he was looking out in the riverbank in the 1980s with his dad. When he saw something unfamiliar, he jumped into the water and caught what he saw, and it was a turtle. He showed his dad, but he didn't know. He showed some of his dad's friends. He didn't know. Then he showed some scientists, and they said that he found a new species of turtle, and he got to call it, and he named it the Elsea irwini. His other achievement. One of Steve Irwin's achievements was to influence people to conserve wildlife. One of the examples is the Steve Irwin Wildlife Reserve. This reserve was named after him as a tribute to his life endeavors. The SIWR was founded to conserve wildlife. This reserve is a wetland conservation property. That means he influenced people to help wildlife. His most important contribution, crocodiles. Steve Irwin is called the crocodile hunter. Most people know Steve of his trapping of crocodiles. He took part in the crocodile relocation program and transferred them to other places because they got too close to people, or he would bring them to his family zoo so he could show people at his zoo how to track crocodiles. Later, he became the director of the Australia Zoo, which he named it after his parents retired in 1991. But it was his film and television work that made him famous. His TV series. Steve Irwin is best known for the TV series The Crocodile Hunter. It was very popular because of the enthusiasm he showed during his shows. He co-hosted the documentary with his wife, Terry Raines, and the show ran on from 1997 to 2004. Other television work. The other television series Steve Irwin did were The Croc Files, The Crocodile Hunter, Diaries, The Crocodile Hunter, Collision Course, Ocean's Deadliest, and Bindi the Jungle Girl. In his shows, he would either teach you about a species, or he would show you how to catch a dangerous animal. How his explorations changed the way we view the world. Steve Irwin's discoveries changed the way we view the world in many ways. Follow our passion and take action whenever you can, and to respect wildlife. This can make us all better people, just like him. How we can view the world. We should respect wildlife more. Stay away from their habitats, protect them from poachers, and do not feed them unless you're a zookeeper. Follow your passion. Make sure to be surrounded by people with the same interests. Getting more experience will allow us to be more committed and have fun. Take action whenever you can. Make sure to talk to people so they can take action. Get people to sign petitions to support change. And whenever you can, volunteer at a zoo or preserve. Steve Irwin's passing. Sadly, Steve Irwin passed away September 4th, 2006. He died because of a black stingray had punctured his heart while he was filming the documentary Ocean's Deadliest. The cameraman soon figured out what was happening and immediately turned off the video. And once word got out, the whole country grieved. Everywhere, the flag was brought down to half-mast. Conclusion. Steve Irwin was an explorer and an influence to people throughout his discoveries, achievements, legacy, and love for wildlife. He made us view the world differently by telling us to follow your passion, to take action whenever you can, and respect wildlife. Here's my bibliography. I used 11 websites, and they all had a good amount of information. Any questions?
Hey, girl.
Why did you choose Steve Irwin?
Because with wildlife, it's a good choice. Rashid.
Is he like an inspiration?
Well, I wouldn't say inspiration. I just like being outside like he does, and so I wouldn't trap crocodiles like he would, because I'm not as brave as him. Lear?
What do you think he explored, and how do you think he's explored?
He explored wildlife. He explored wildlife throughout his life, and he trapped crocodiles, helped animals in his zoo and in the wildlife. And how I think he's an explorer?
Yeah.
I think he's an explorer because he's always outside looking for new animals to help, and then crocodiles to catch and all this stuff. Street Vats.
Who or what inspired him? I think you said it, but
His dad was mostly the influence for him to be a wildlife expert. Okay. Keita.
Where did he go to school?
It didn't show, but I think, yeah, it didn't show. Neve.
Did he have any siblings?
No. Marco.
what was his childhood like?
His childhood, well, on the third side,
Yeah.
he was born on February 22nd,
Well, yeah, but
1962.
is there any more to that? Because
It didn't provide much about his childhood except for he would trap small crocodiles and he catches